Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Swash Gam. In last video, we have already touched base on 4 major topics. What is monitoring, where we learned basic concept of monitoring and alert in our day-to-day life. We also had a high-level understanding on hardware monitoring and data center operations. We got familiar with how data center operates with different mechanism of alert and monitoring. We also covered high-level understanding of agent-based and agentless monitoring. We also touched base on different layers of monitoring and got familiar with monitoring console view as well. Now I will share the link of previous topic in description, which will help to understand and relate to things. People who has not watched my previous video can watch through the link. Now this will help us to relate with our next topic. Here we are going to discuss on overview of data center. We will talk about probing mechanism and probing interval, also different monitoring parameters. Alright. Now here with this diagram, I'm trying to illustrate how a data center will look like. So we can see different cablings, air conditioning, sensors, thermostats, and all of stuff. Well, a data center is a facility that provides shared access to applications and data using a complex network, compute, storage infrastructure, and so on. Industry standard exists to assist in designing, constructing, and maintaining data center facilities and infrastructures to ensure the data is both secure and highly available. Setup of data center architecture and design is a vast topic. I will try to make some video on this topic later. Guys, do let me know if with your comments if this topic is exciting for you. Alright, a high-level view on how the data center is designed or what a data center looks like from outside or inside. Here we can see a huge room. Now this floor is for servers and other components, IT components. And this has been provided in service to the outsourcing company. So there is a choice whether it's a shared data center or want a mechanism for a separate space for their individual data closets. In this data center, we'll see there are lots of components. The electricity dual power supply from grid and from generators or DC voltage. Also, we'll see monitoring of weather. This also helps us to understand and help to get the right temperature inside the data center. Thermostats for AC and ventilation. This is the monitoring room. It's a meeting room, another monitoring room. So, and we can see they all are separated completely. So the access is also one of the vital power to ensure the right person visits to the right domain or the doors which they are entitled to. There are many other components. We'll talk about all this in detail, but just an overview to help us understand how the data center looks like. Alright. Since we have a high level understanding of data center operations, it will be easier for us to relate with monitoring strategies. Let's have a look into different monitoring parameters related to IT infrastructure, applications, and other components. As we know, there are different layers of component to be monitored in the pyramid view. So starting from server, physical or VMs, cloud components, network, compute, memory, storage, users, application, the third layer, database, business services, and then this consistent console view. I recommend we should not miss any of the layers in the ecosystem for better results. Example, most of the time solution architects often forget to introduce provision for monitoring of user experience. This may be due to budget constraints, or at times this part of monitoring is not considered as valuable. So let's question ourselves, why do we have this entire expensive setup of different IT components assembled together? The ultimate purpose is to give the end user a better experience, isn't it? Alright, back to the topic. So there could be hundreds of different monitoring parameters combined together for individual components. However, a high-level view of some mandatory basic parameters are highlighted as an example. It's the responsibility of solution architects to identify and ensure the right parameters are selected based on a brainstorming session with existing SMEs of different components. Devices are regularly polled to determine status and response time on the period of time designated as the default node poll interval. I would recommend the polling interval should be 60 seconds into 3 times frequency for better results. We will talk in detail on probe queries and other logics while setting up monitoring in another video related to deep dive monitoring. Let me know via comments if this topic excites you. Let's have a look. Considering this little guy as a probe, there is a continuous sprint of probing between the monitoring hub and agents. Agents are deployed on several machines or components. We have this example connecting to agent-based monitoring. We'll have a detailed video on agentless monitoring later. If that topic excites you, please leave me a comment. Probing is a set of logic configured for individual monitoring parameters. We have default probes in the monitoring tools, however, it can be tweaked based on our requirements. This probing guy is checking information which is run as a query via the agent on the machine, and it reports to the monitoring hub here. The monitoring hub interprets these informations based on logics defined for individual parameters. If the result is change in any predefined threshold, it generates an alert. Now we know how the alerts are generated. Let's see what is the use of probing interval. Probing interval is the time frequency between the relay. This little guy is running between hub and machine in a particular time interval. This time interval is determined based on what we are monitoring, what is the appetite of our failure in terms of latency. So we'll capture this topic in detail in some other video. Best practices says probing interval should be 16 seconds multiplied by 3 times. This means here this little guy will run and pick up the probe from machine every minute for 3 times. Based on the information, monitoring hub will decide if the breach of threshold is consistent for all the 3 times. If yes, it qualifies for alert. Why 3 times? Let's assume the network infra is not that strong and at times the packet drops. polling result will throw alert every time, so it's not accurate. The interval can be tweaked based on several other considerations. So every probe is like 1 minute to 3 times. Now this will give us a fair view. Connect again. Considering the video size, I am ending up this video with a promise that I will return with the related topic soon. Thanks for watching the video. Please comment for feedback and suggestions. Till then, stay tuned. I will keep sharing my knowledge and information with you related to this topic. All the best for future operation managers. Please subscribe my channel if you like the video. See you in the next video. Till then, try to live eco-friendly life, keep your environment clean, spread smile, and develop your persona in such a way that women feel safe with you. Thanks.